All right, everyone also wants to know.
Yeah.
Trick-or-treaters, they're going to be good tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I've got nothing in the forecast that would really qualify as a trick. It's all going to be treats as we take a look at our forecast for tonight. For today, we hit 73. Again, lower 70s there. Started off again right around 40 degrees, 39 as a matter of fact in Waco this morning. Again, staying away from the record of 25 that we set back in 1993. And this tells you right here, when you look at the record spreads, what this time of year really means to us. And really, it's kind of a period of extremes because it's a transition period. So we have very warm days. We also have very cold days this time of the year. For today, though, thankfully, right in the middle. Very mild across central Texas. 73 right now in Gatesville, Killeen, 74 in Temple and in Marlin, 72 right now in Centerville. And again, already seeing those upper 60s popping up in Mexia and in Fairfield. In terms of where we go from here, of course, it is Halloween. We talked about our trick-or-treat forecast, but it's also Friday night, so we also have some Friday night lights to talk about, including our game of the week, which has Copperas Cove traveling to Temple to take on the Wildcats from Wildcat Field. And if you are heading that direction this evening, 66 there by kickoff, falling into the upper 50s there by the time the game is ending. And by the time you get home there, we're looking at about the middle 50s. So again, it's going to be cool, but comfortably cool, I would say. And again, clear skies throughout the rest of this evening and into the overnight periods. As we get towards tomorrow morning, things are going to change on us just a little bit. It's still going to be comfortably cool by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, right around 50 degrees, which, by the way, for November 1st is right where we're supposed to be for this time of the year. So 50 there across most of central Texas. For tomorrow afternoon, 68 to 70. So you'll notice it's a couple of degrees cooler. We're going to talk about why. We do have a little bit of a cold front. It's a weak front. That's why you're only seeing things a few degrees cooler tomorrow than today. But here's the thing, could bring us our next chance for some rain tomorrow afternoon. The first thing you're going to notice is as you wake up tomorrow morning, much more cloud cover than we've seen the last few days. That's all ahead of that front. But then as the front starts to come through, could kick up some of that moisture in the form of rain showers, a couple across the area there by the early afternoon. Maybe a little bit better coverage there as we head towards the end of the afternoon and the evening. But again, still isolated, scattered showers. That's all we're really expecting. We're going with about a 20% coverage for tomorrow afternoon. So not everybody's going to see it, but if you are, say, mainly east of I-35 and south of, say, Waco, make sure you have that umbrella handy for you tomorrow as you're heading out because, again, you could run into a couple of showers here or there. Speaking of Waco, it is homecoming for your Baylor Bears, so let's talk about that forecast for you. UCF coming to town to take on Baylor for homecoming. Going to start this forecast at 7 a.m. because that is when the parade kicks off, and if you're heading to the parade, have a coat. 49 there as we start that, and then tailgating there around 9 a.m., 51, 60 by the time we get into the game, and then by the time the game is over, we're going to rise all the way to about 68 there by the middle of the afternoon. Remember, that 20% chance is there. It's not a great chance, but you might run into a shower or two if you're heading to any of the homecoming festivities. So again, just make sure you have a coat and potentially that umbrella as well. Again, I'm not expecting a whole lot, but a couple of showers could pass through during that time period. But again, 70 for the afternoon, 72 by Sunday. We start that warming trend, and we keep the warming trend going all the way into next week. As a matter of fact, by the end of the week, you can get up to the lower 80s. And I tell you, I talked about this in our meeting this afternoon. When you start talking about it getting warm and you're talking about the 80s instead of the 90s, that means we're making progress. And remember, to keep your forecast up to date, you can check our 6 Plus app. It's free. You just got to download it on your smart TV.